Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Emma, and today I'm sharing my journey from mute English to fluent English in just 1 year, and most importantly, in a fun and lazy way. During this process, I went from needing a professional interpreter to help me to communicate to doing the whole presentations in a fluent English in several international conferences. If you stick around, I will get my top tips for improving your spoken English quickly and easily, even in a non-English speaking environment. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. So, a little about myself. I started learning English when I was 10, but for years and years, I had what we called mute English. I could read, I could write, but speaking, not so much. And actually, this is a common issue for many students in China. In school, we spend hours and hours and hours cramming vocabulary and grammar. This leads to mute English for most Chinese students. Speaking just feels like an impossible task for me at that time because we are not exposed to English-speaking environment at all. So, after I graduated from university, English and I were pretty much strangers. But 4 years ago, my role in my company changed. I suddenly needed to chat with many international clients on a daily basis. But I didn't speak English for years. I still remember the first time I faced those overseas clients. My heart was beating, and it was so awkward for both me and the clients. And that was the moment when I decided that, okay, Emma, you need to change. So since that awkward meeting, I transformed the embarrassment into motivations. Within 1 year, I went from being too scared to speak to confidently chatting with foreign clients. Wanted to know how? Let's dive in. First, let yourself fall in love with the language that you are learned. Here is the questions. Do you have some favorite English TV series? Do you like traveling abroad? Are you a fan of some international celebrities? Do you have favorite English sounds? This can all be the motivations for you to learn English. For me, I love English because every time I speak it, I feel an increased desire to express myself. I found that my personality shifts every time when I speak another language. I became more outgoing and straightforward when I speak English. But when I speak Chinese, I'm more reserved and introverted. And discovering another version of myself is really exciting. And second, immerse yourself in an English environment. Remember, if you don't have one, just create it by yourself. And don't worry if English isn't spoken around you. Nowadays, there are so many tools that are around you. You can just use those fun tools to help you, like watching movies and TV shows in English, for instance, like YouTube, Netflix, podcast, you name it. Even though I was super busy and working out crazy hours at that time, I used all my commute and breaks to immerse myself in an English environment. Sometimes only 20 minutes a day, and sometimes maybe 2 hours a day, so that I was exposed to an English environment in a daily basis. Even though I wasn't in the real English speaking environment, this daily extensive English input really helped me to build a language sense, expand my vocabulary, and improve my listening skills. And third, talk to yourself. I know it's quite hard to find a native speaker to practice when you are in a non-English speaking country. And online speaking courses can be really expensive. So the most cost-effective and convenient method, though, is to repeat what you hear, right? For instance, whenever I listen to my English programs, I never kept my mouth idle. I'd listen to podcasts and then mimic what was said. This not only practiced speaking, but also nailed my pronunciations. And practicing with yourself help improve your fluency and correct pronunciation issues, especially when you are not yet confident enough to speak with those real person. And fourth, once you've built a very certain levels of vocabulary and confidence through the above methods, so you can be brave and speak up. You can join some online language exchange communities. There are so many people out there also looking to improve their English or learn Chinese. It's also a total win-win situation. Or if you have the budget, you can just take the online courses and practice speaking one-on-one with those English native speakers. And I made some of the amazing international friends throughout this kind of journey. And no matter which method you choose, the most important thing is that don't be afraid about making any mistakes. And language is all about connecting with persons. And no one will gonna to roast you for mistakes. In fact, native speakers will always think that you are awesome for trying their languages. So those are the 4 tips I wanted to share with you through my English journey. And let me quickly summarize. First, let yourself fall in love with the language you learned and find the things that motivate you, like the TV series, like the travel, celebrities, or songs. And second, immerse yourself in an English environment. If you don't have it, just create it by yourself and use the tools that you like your YouTube, Netflix, and podcast. And third, talk to yourself. The most cost-effective and convenient methods is to repeat what you hear, mimic podcasts and shows to practice speaking and pronunciations. And fourth, be brave and speak. Join online language exchange communities or take online courses or just talk to ChatGPT. Remember, don't stress about making mistakes because language is about connecting you and me, connecting with the people. And people will always make mistakes, right? During this process, trust me, you will realize how learning English opens up a whole new world of connections for you. So enjoy the ride, make it fun, and keep pushing yourself. That's all for today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you next time. Bye.